Hi viewers, I wanted to make this short video discussing my current issues with Monster Hunter Wilds and why I'm struggling to pick the game up and play every day. I want to preface this video by saying that I adore the Monster Hunter series and I do truly believe the game is a 10 out of 10 this time around, which lines up with my other opinions of Monster Hunter games I've played. Freedom Unite, Generations, Rise and World are all 10 out of 10 games for me, and obviously I'm biased. With that being said, I want to dive into my current issues with the game and why I am playing it less and less. I started this channel as a way to document cool moments, first hunts, and opinions about Monster Hunter. I'm not a very sentimental person, but I found the idea of documenting my video game journey intriguing and fascinating to look back on. I came across this feeling after watching many opinion videos on Monster Hunter and seeing how those creators would refer to the past with accuracy and video evidence to create interesting points and arguments about previous Monster Hunter titles or earlier months of the same game. When I think back to my first playthrough of Monster Hunter, I noticed I didn't have the confidence in my memory of how the game felt, how difficult I found it, and how fun I found it. It bothered me that I couldn't put into words accurately why picking up the game in the first place and what I enjoyed about the series the most. This video is an extension of solving that problem, and if anyone wants to watch, then that's a bonus. This video is more for myself and the future when I look back and reflect. Monster Hunter Wilds then. This game is phenomenal. I've only played 110ish hours and I haven't got all the achievements, but I have completed every quest and crafted everything I need. I have 5 or 6 fun outfits that I switch between, and I don't have much more interest in fashion hunting in the game's current state. Currently I'm waiting for more content to drop so I can do more things in the game. At the moment I have no interest in trying to catch 30 whoppers or get every single large and small crown in the game, and my desire to speedrun just isn't there. I'm genuinely not good enough at the game to try and speedrun. I am more of a passionate casual at Monster Hunter, if you could say that. I think the lack of content isn't a new problem for the Monster Hunter series. It's easy to look back at older games and see their expansions and all the title updates for the base game and Master Rank versions, and have hundreds of quests to do and a true end game to explore. When you think back to World, for example, the end game was really lackluster. Even Rise. I mean, Rise didn't even have an end game before Sunbreak came out. Fighting tempered elder dragons, and that was kind of it in World. Wild certainly has a much better endgame than Wild. Artian weapons, fashion hunting, and challenge quests. I do, however, believe that this is a temporary issue, and it's not a problem with the game that will last too long, I don't think. When Sunbreak released and when Iceborne released, the game's content more than doubled. Endgame systems are added and playability went through the roof. There was always something to farm, or an armor set to craft, or a monster to slay. Wilds is suffering from waiting for content, and I'm okay with that, even if it is a current problem. I know that when the game has finally got its all I know that when the game finally has all its title updates, its Master Rank expansion, I know I will sink 1,000 hours into this game, but at the moment there's just not much left to challenge me. There are no more monsters to fight, and as soon as there are more, I'll be hopping right back in. The other main issue I have with the game is actually the hunting horn. As a Monster Hunter World hunting horn main, I am really struggling to play the hunting horn in Wilds. Not because I think it's hard to play, but because the button inputs for me are very inconsistent. Doing the echo bubble inputs is inconsistent, and often my inputs aren't registered. The same thing occurs when doing the recital timing in between songs to get that red damage boost. I have a guess that this issue is caused by frame generation, that if I press the input during a generated frame, the input is skipped and the note is not played. I don't know much about how games are programmed and whether this could just be a controller issue instead, but it's the only weapon that I can't consistently do the correct inputs, even though I am pressing the buttons. Perhaps I can explore this in a future video. It might just be me not getting the timing down, but it definitely doesn't feel quite right at the moment. It's frustrating as the hunting horn is my favourite designed weapon, and I ended up not playing this weapon very much in Wilds due to this. Now, I could turn off frame generation, but the game is so poorly optimized, it would run at 40 to 50 FPS, and the game looking like a crayon drawing is not something I want to experience. I don't have a bad computer. I have a i7-14700 paired with a 7900 XT AMD card. It's not bottom of the line, it's 4070 Ti performance level, you know? It's way above the recommended spec, and it shouldn't be performing this bad, and that's a problem on the game. I want to play at high frame rates and high fidelity without having to smear the screen with blurry pixels from FSR. It's a real shame because I love the hunting horn. It's part of my logo on the channel, and it's been a big part of my identity as a hunter in the old games, particularly in Monster Hunter World. I spent the better part of 1,000 hours playing hunting horn in that game. But in Wilds, I've been using the switch axe and greatsword the most instead. If I find a way to have the game fidelity I want and be able to play Monster Hunter comfortably with the hunting horn, I'll be going back to use it for sure. It is my favourite weapon. With those reasons said, I am looking forward to what Monster Hunter can bring going forward, especially for Title Update 2 with Lagiacrus and the increased 8-star tempered monsters going soon this month, and even the Street Fighter crossover as well. We're basically getting a 15th weapon in Akuma's fists. There's lots to look forward to in the Monster Hunter Wilds updates coming in the next few months, even if it's just drip fed to us till the expansion releases. So that's all from me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.